A wise man once said, at least I had chicken. Let's do this. This is Tater Chimp here, and today we are continuing our Dark Souls Bossbow run. This time we are going back to the ancient land of Oolacile to tackle the DLC that this game has to offer. I am very trepidatious about this because I'm not as familiar with it. I'll be honest. That's the main reason. So we're gonna see how this goes. I stocked back up on bolts, and I cried to myself just a little bit. So yeah, we're gonna see how this goes. And I think for this first boss, I'm gonna opt not to go for the Avalon just because I think he's a little bit more agile. So I'm gonna go with either magic or fire. We'll see which one of the two does more damage. We'll switch back to our standard bolts. So this is going to be the Sanctuary Guardian. This guy gave me quite a bit of trouble on my first time here. Was with the Great Shield of Artorias, along with, I believe, a Zweihander. And he is just super fast, super aggressive. Some of his attacks are actually very difficult to avoid, even with... Oh, like that. That's... okay. That worked out. Yeah, his attacks can be fast and brutal. If you get greedy, he can punish you, so you need to avoid getting overly greedy. I know that's a 4-hit combo, so I felt safe there. Turns out I wasn't. All right, 1, 2, 3, 4. It's worth it to get the heal. Yeah, there's not a lot of downtime in this fight, really. Oops. I dodged a little bit too early there, which is what caused that ordeal. That attack, it does not matter what shield you have, it's going to drain your stamina. Just don't even try. This is dumb, by the way. Alright, and that did 150. I forget how much the fire was doing because I'm bad at this game. If there are any attacks that are, like, have to dodge, that's one of them. Oops. We're doing 150 with the magics. Oh gosh. This time to dodge there. Okay, so it's a little bit better to use the magic, but not by a terrible large margin. I think he gets a recovery after that. Or maybe I hit him after an attack animation or something? We'll see. But I think that patience might actually be the key to this fight, unlike every other fight in the game. Same thing. Nope, different attack, but I still got laid out by it. And big one? Nope. Oh, I broke lock on, and that made my dodge go in a different direction. That sucks. Kinda bad. Wow! This guy is brutal. Yeah, I'm gonna be chugging Estus like a thirsty fool. Yeah, we're kind of on pace with him right now, and that's not good. That attack, though... Oh, or not. Wow. Okay, I was going to say that should be a free counter, because after that, typically he doesn't have anything to follow it up. But this time, he's feeling sassy. Jeez. I forgot how fast-paced these DLC fights were. You can't actually cut off his tail, assuming that you're better at this game than I am. I did it once before. And there is actually a fight immediately after this in this area that you can optionally take. That's 2 of these guys. And I forget if they're slightly powered down or slightly powered up. But either way, it is the second hardest fight in the DLC, I'd say. Oops. I almost thought he was just going to do 3 there. I'm glad that I decided to kind of keep the shield going. And so yep, just keep it mobile. If you don't have a mobile character, so much the worse for you. Definitely greedy. Wow. Wow. Really? You just felt like going with a full-on Dragon Ball Z style fight right there. And now he's got me in a corner, which is not a good spot to be in. Now I'm sure professional-ish Dark Souls players, they'd definitely be managing this differently. Definitely be getting their rolls in a little bit more tactically to be able to counter-attack. I am not that professional. As you can see, I've wasted 8 flasks on this guy, so... Right there, I'm not sure if kind of dodging would really help out my situation any, but I'm honestly don't think that it does. But yeah, we're just waiting for an attack that gives us a bit of an opening. Like, I believe that one should, and we'll squander it. Still got in a hit. Jeez. He is brutal. This is dumb. But panned out. You let us get away with that one. Plink. Plink. Yay! Woo! Let's take a T-bow here. Alright. And actually, I decided to revert back to being human for some reason. So I'd be surprised if I didn't get invaded in here at some point. The smart move, quote unquote, would just be to kill myself to avoid that. But I'm gonna opt to keep going for a little bit. Oops, that's the way that I came from. And can momentarily switch off this back to our Zvi. Just because I think it's a superior weapon for dealing with most of the normal enemies in here. Yeah, so this DLC, I haven't run through it a lot. I'll try and keep all of the cutscenes and stuff because they're still relatively fresh to me, but I may just mash through a few out of pure random hatred. I really like the boss fights. The pacing was good on a lot of them. I had fun with them. Man, I just remember them being incredibly challenging. Yeah, the first time that I made it here, I just kind of like took a look around, inspecting everything. It was real Dark Souls. It felt good. And I'm going to waste a little bit of everyone's time. Oops, by using the wrong menus, first of all. And just by pumping 2 humanity into this bonfire. Because, let's see, is this... I'm trying to think if this is the closest one to the Artorias boss fight. Spoilers, but you're watching this, so, you know. But I think we might be making trips back to this bonfire. We're already human, and this is the last place in the game where we have the chance to use our humanity. So, might as well. Speaking of, might as well. It's only another 2,000 souls to get to the next level. So we'll use up that. And level up our endurance. So now we've got exactly what we need for our builds. We're basically done here. There's nothing left to spend. This is a mushroom lady. She sells you the good stuff. Yeah.
Thank you.
So yeah, you can get repair powders, gold pine resins, all of those same Oolacile spells. But we're kind of dumb, so magic is unsavory. So let's keep going. Alright. Oh, sorry about that. First order of business. We're human. Second order of business. Gotta take care of it one problem at a time, right? Alright. This is actually one of the better DLCs for a game... sorry, I keep doing that. Huh. Shows up there. One of the better DLCs for a game that I have played. It adds a lot. As you can see, the way that it starts, you start against that Guardian Sanctuary, and that's pretty pretty good way of getting you acclimated to things. And then the second fight in it is against Artorias, and that is even better. So you're going to see me fumbling around a lot here compared to the main game, because I have no rightful idea where to go in this area. I believe that you go to the left. And I really like these guys, too. They are very much like the tree folk that you fight in the other Oolacile-ish place, but less tree and more pitchforks and clippers. There's actually a section coming up where they're using the clippers on a tree. Now I thought it looked neat. Use those invincibility frames, get that full damage potential, and then he will whack us because we're dumb. Now, okay. So yeah, we get a nice little forest. Is this the section where? No, not yet. There's a section that is like world's most telegraphed trap, and the first time I was like, aha, I have learned something. So yeah, over there is an item. I forget what it is, and I don't really care. Yep, there are two guys up there, chilling. Let's see. I don't think that a two-handed... Oh, it does. Okay. I was going to say that I wasn't sure if that attack would be a one-hit kill on these guys, and it is. So let's try and use that a bit. Those bigger guys, they're kind of like the stone sword guys that I don't think I've really shown off in this series at all. But they have a giant stone hammer instead of an axe, and it hits 1,000 times harder. Absolutely wrecking. Oh, okay. Yeah, the first time that I did this, I came through this way, and there are guys up there, and they try and ambush you with moderate degrees of success, depending on how used to Dark Souls you are. Okay. Unfortunately, we did draw some aggro, so... But fortunately, we have a bow. Now, I'd be inclined to say, based on their predecessors, that magic damage wouldn't do a lot against them. I forget if they will chase you to the ends of the earth, or just partially. Could cheese them with the crossbow, but it just doesn't feel worth it. Not when I've got ninja flips. But now I don't mind. Oh well, we actually got his drop the first time around. His Twinkling Titanite. I don't believe they drop... Oh, they might drop their hammer, which requires all of the strength. I think it's mid to upper 50s, which is what I'd like to see a forecast, not a strength requirement. But I've actually navigated this section fairly well. Oh yeah, and there's our introduction to Kelmy. Hi! I'm gonna hate you. Like a lot. It's going to be a very unpleasant fight. I'm sorry that I have to subject you to curse words that your father had not known about. Oh, we got a lizard. He doesn't do us any good, because what's he gonna drop? Ooh, a Titanite chunk. Ooh. I mean, would be nice if we hadn't already upgraded everything. Alright, and then I just have to remember. So yeah, here are the Edward Scissorhand versions. They're, again, not too terribly difficult, but this is a false sense of security for what's to come. Now, I think that these guys actually will not aggro on you if you just walk by. Oh, nope. They just like to clip it. They're clipping the trees, making it all look nice. Okay, that's the building that we need, and those are the two guardians of it, so to speak. So, just run by, and I've had this elevator kill me before. Not a pleasant experience. Not sure if it was on the way down or the way up, but the clipping decided that it wasn't having any of it, and it just straight up killed me. So, over here we have Marvelous Chester. Hello. Sure.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be killing you later for your stuff. He's got some bones. We're a little low. Might as well. And he is also our local Bolt representative.
So long.
Bye, Chester. I'll miss you. I won't. So let's see. Is this the elevator that kills me? Yeah, basically the detection on it. No, I don't think it was either of these. The detection on it was kind of crap. So I wound up falling as it was going up or down, and that was entirely lethal. So kind of wary of it because of that. It's the same reason I think that you won't see me sliding down ladders, is because the detection is just a little bit off. Alright, now we get to deal with the fun part. Behind this door lies everything that's wrong in the world. Yep. Will do. I'm gonna start with fire. It's such a cool introduction. Did somebody call the Smurf police? Alright, so here is what many consider to be the fight, is Artorias, the Abyss Walker. And, oof, that looks like it's going to be a lot of damage to do. Okay, that actually does a lot more, so I'm okay with sticking to that. Pretty much, I am going to be waiting for a good opportunity. This is not really a fight where you can command hits. It's a fight where you have to see when he will let you get hits. So, I mean, with this weapon, it could take a little while. And yeah, as you see, we're already trading terribly, not profitably. He is an incredibly agile boss. His attacks don't have a lot of tell to them, and he likes to punish you for healing. A lot. It's one of the few where I should have the time for it. He can do that, I think, upwards of like 3 or 4 times. There's only one time where I actually know I can hurt him 100% without a counterattack. Unfortunately, that move also is when he powers up. So, that was dumb. Not sure what he was aiming for, but it wasn't me. Gonna switch to heavies. See what difference that makes. Full stamina. Not anymore. He also has, similar to the Guardian Beast, he has a specific attack that will deplete your entire stamina reservoir. Alright, is this it? Nope. That was dumb. Where are you aiming? Alright, it does 1 more damage to use Heavy Bolt, or actually it's 20 more damage. This is the attack that I know for sure you can get hits in, but unfortunately it is also him powering up. So I don't actually have the damage to stop him, so now he's going to hit even harder. Yeah, so now we have to be even more cautious about him. And I was definitely blocking there, not sure what the hell happened. But we'll blame that on Dark Artorias magic. This is dumb. He dodged, so we're good. Yeah, as you can see, we have not done an entire lot of damage to him, so it could this could very well be a long fight. And he's just going to abuse the fact that we didn't actually roll to dodge that attack, which is good. but this is just kind of the pace that this has to go. And I wish that I knew the timing on that one better. There we go. Forget if that scream means anything. Whoa. Misread that attack. Did a good dodge anyway. Ah, you have to dodge so much later than you would think on that. Or at least later than I would think. And that didn't dodge at all, and my R2 still went through. Alright, I have to take a suicidal heal here. I'm actually not sure if that did break his focus or not. It looked like it might have, which would be incredibly nice. Let's see. Oh yeah, that's significantly better. Alright, I think we have to devote the next dodge to a heal. Nope. Poor timing. Yeah, this is definitely going to be a bit of a slog. And I would apologize, but that's going to be this DLC in a nutshell. And you can see how much he fights like Sif in this fight. That attack right there is his most powerful. The first time that I fought him, I didn't know you could break him out of his little charge move that he does, so I let him charge up, I think, 3 or 4 times in a row, and he did that leaping slam move on me, and I did not see it coming. And it broke through his great shields, or not all the way maxed, because it doesn't really make a difference as far as stability goes, but it broke through the entire shield and managed to kill me in the same hit. So I was none too happy with that. And take that one to heal. Although it is one of our few attacks where we can get a good counter in. That is also one of them, so I should have just waited. But I've kind of gotten used to some of his attacks. Now I know when to time my dodges, I know when I can get in heals-ish. Like here, I can't, but that actually worked out pretty beneficially anyway, so... Just doing a little bit of circle strafing. These attacks suck up so much stamina, too. But just a very cautious fight. Chill thing. So I was going to try and record this a little bit earlier tonight. I'll tell this anecdote. Can he do 4? Maybe. Shoot, he got me. Dodged too soon. I was going to try and record this a little bit earlier tonight, and first of all, I misclicked and clicked on Dota. Second of all, I started hacking up a lung as soon as I clicked on Dota, to the point where before the match had even started, I felt like I was going to throw up. And I actually was like selecting things for the match to begin and like running over to the bathroom like, no, I can't get an abandon on my record. So very glad that I postponed all of this, which isn't to say that this doesn't make me want to barf, but that was weird. Was that just a single bolt from the Avalon? What the hell happened there? Oh well. Nope. Mistimed that one. Alright, next priority is definitely going to be a heal. I say as I forget what I mean to do. My fingers were betraying my mind there. There we go. And I think I've probably mentioned it before, but my plans for Dark Souls 2, if and when it comes out, and if and when I get it, and if I do record it, would actually be to go after what Ikaruga players referred to as a Pac-Man run. And what a Pac-Man run is basically it's a non-violent run through the game. You never shoot. You just try and stay alive for as long as possible. But I believe that's honestly some of the best things that you can do in this game to learn the bosses, is just see how long you can stay alive against them without offering a single attack. Because when you learn how to dodge like that, you don't have to know anything else. If you know all their attacks, if you know all their tells, then you don't have to make it a DPS race. You don't have to use Estus. It shouldn't matter if you make it to them with 20 Estus or 1 Estus, you should still be able to win. So I think I'm just going to start off all the fights in that just with a shield, not even worry about having a weapon, and just see what they do and just try and learn. Almost got him. Should just be 1 or 2 more attacks. Yep, 1 more hit. See ya! And again, that deserves a T-bow, at least I think. So, made it through using only 9 Estus. It did take a while, so I'm sorry about that. Hopefully it was at least entertaining to watch for the most part. So up here we have where we go to see Andre the Giant. I'll show that off once I get the key for it. It's actually Hawkeye Go. Over here is the PvP arena, which I've never done because I hate the PvP in this game. And over here is, oh my god, what we've been looking for, the bonfire. Alright, there are 2 bosses left in this DLC. I'm going to level up and take them on next time. Just have to decide what to level into. More health never hurt. Alright, see you guys next time.